Okay, so these are the stock images we are going to use. I'll leave a link down in the description for you to download so that you can follow along, and these are the details so that you can also follow along. Okay, so let's jump right into Photoshop. So you go to File and create new. Alright, so you make sure your unit is at centimeters, okay, and width of 20. Oops, alright, 20 by 20, a square shape web page, okay, and a 300 resolution. Okay, so when you're done, you hit create and then you create the new. Alright, so you should have your page looking like this. Okay, so from here you're going to create a new gradient. Okay, so you come down here to your create new fill here and go to take gradient. Okay, so from here you note this settings: 90, scale of 100 and angle of 90 degrees, and with a linear. Okay, so you hit here inside the gradient, you click once and you make sure you click and drag to the top to remove the transparency, and you hit here and click once in the color, and you come into your details. I have typed in your color codes for you, so I'm going to take the deep color. I click and then copy, and then come to Photoshop and right click and paste. Okay, so you should have this deep color for the first, and let's go to the next. Okay, so I'll come to my light color here in my details and copy, and then go to Photoshop, then paste. Okay, so this, you should have something like that. Okay, so you hit OK when you are done. So then you come here to this slider and you move it. Okay, so if you don't want to worry yourself too much, you come here to the location and type 70. Okay, and you are done. Alright, so from here hit OK when you are done. Then make sure you note these settings. Okay, so we are done. You hit OK for the last time, and good. Alright, so I'm going to place embedded. Go to File and hit place embedded. So for me, I'm going to take this blur image and then I'll place into my web page. Okay, welcome. So here you're going to hold shift, okay, and then click and drag to the right to stretch like this. Okay, a little bit. Okay, then you just enlarge it. Okay, just the normal enlargement, and then you drag to the top a bit so that this shine brighter part here will appear very little at the top, like that. So from here you're going to just take like this and make sure you come and take your move tool. It has already been taken. Then click once and put blend mode on luminosity. Okay, blend mode should be on luminosity, and opacity, you lower the opacity to about 84%. So when you are done, I think that's all for the background image. So from here you're going to take a rectangle tool and then strike a rectangle right ahead of on top of our background image. Okay, alright, so the rectangle should have a white color like that. Okay, because we want to make it visible, it should have a very white color. So this is the white color I'm talking about. Okay, so from here I'm going to import another image for our rectangle. So this is a texture we are going to use for our rectangle. So I'm placing embedded. So this is it. So if you don't have your texture looking like this, you can press Ctrl+T to make it look like this. You right click and you right click inside, and then you take rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, it is going to rotate nicely for you. Then make sure you drag into the rectangle like that. You take like that, and then you come here to the texture layer, right click, and then create clipping mask like this. Okay, so this is a clipping mask, and I go to filter, blur, you take blur and go inside the blur and take Gaussian blur. Blur and Gaussian blur, and you make sure you blur about 10 pixels like this. You should have it looking like that. Hit OK when you are done. Okay, so this is the before and this is the after. So from here you make sure you leave opacity to be at about 40%. Okay, so you should have it looking like this with the texture showing a bit like that. So this is our background. So I'm going to group the whole of this, selecting, and I'm going to name this background. Okay, so then what we are going to do now is to just add our text. And so first we are going to deal with our church name. So our church name, we are going to take a rectangle and draw a very nice square. It shouldn't be a perfect square, but something nice to be a square. Something like this isn't bad. Alright, so you're going to give it a white color like that. Okay, nice. So from here I'm also going to create another rectangle like this. Okay, it seems our square is too small. I'm going to delete this second rectangle, Ctrl+T to free transform, and I'm going to just enlarge it like that. Okay, so from here you take done. When you're done, then you take your rectangle tool again. Make sure you create a rectangle, not to pick the size of our square, but something within the size of our square. Okay, like this. Okay, so from here you are going to just give it a very deep color. You already have the deep color in your color codes, your description. You right click to copy, and then you right click to paste. You make sure you highlight it and paste. You should have it looking like this. Okay, so from here you're just going to duplicate the second rectangle we created. So this one I have duplicated it, and I'm going to give the lower layer a white color, and I'm going to zoom in for us to see what is going to happen. I'm just going to use my arrow key on the keyboard, the down arrow key, to move to the down like this. You can see the change happening. Okay, so from here I'm just going to select the two and move to the top so that they'll be centered, and move to the left so that it can touch the square. Okay, so Ctrl+0 to zoom to fit to page. Okay, so from here I'm just going to file and bring in our church logo. So this is our church logo. I'm going to place embedded, and then this is our church logo. So you reduce the size to fill the square. Okay, so something like this isn't bad, like that. Okay, so then you come here to your horizontal type tool and pick your text tool. Okay, so I'm going to use this font, geometry 415 something. Okay, I'll just type it and put it on the screen. Alright, so here I'm going to give it a very yellow color. Okay, so this is our yellow color. Our yellow color is right here. So you highlight and Ctrl+C to copy, and then you come here to Photoshop and paste. Okay, so alright, so let's go and take our church name. Okay, we have our church name. You copy as usual, and then you come inside and then paste. Boom, boom. Here we go. And let me hit enter. So you make sure you center align it. Make sure there's alignment inside the center, and position it right on top of the deep color like this. Okay, so from here you're going to either press Ctrl+T or come to edit and take free transform. So from here you're going to reduce the size like that. This is it. You should have it looking very nice like this. Okay, so from here I'm going to group the whole of this and name it church name. Okay, church name. Okay, so then I'm going to take my type tool again and then type in present. Okay, present. Okay, so this present I'm going to highlight and give it a very white color like that, and take my other font, which is brush script, okay, like that, and make sure I give it a size of 20 points like that and come to my text or character and the VA. I'm going to increase it to make sure it picks the ends of our church name like that. Okay, so from here I'm going to just close this and tick OK like that, and we are done. Okay, so now I am just going to import our pastor. Go to file and place embedded. This is our pastor. We are almost there. Okay, so this is our pastor. If you don't have it looking like this, you can press Ctrl+T to free transform so that you can come to this page where you can enlarge it or reduce it. So here I'm going to just reduce it a bit like that and reduce it inside like this. Okay, so because we don't want the pastor taking more than half of the page like that. Okay, so this is it. So something like this isn't bad. You can position it anyhow you want it, or you can as well reduce it. Okay, alright, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to maintain it like this. Okay, so here I'm going to just reduce the VA to 0 and then take the font geometry B415BK. I'll just type it and put it on the screen again. Okay, I'm going to type 1. Okay, so over here the 0 is going to be left out and enter and then NE like this. Okay, so this will be the first we are going to use. So I'm going to enlarge it, Ctrl+T, increase it like that, and then come into my characters and reduce the characters to the spacing to like something like that. Okay, so yeah, just as I have increased it, you should increase yours the same way. Okay, so from here you're going to take your type 2 and then make sure I'm going to take a different font just to type the 0. Okay, so I'm going to take something like Montserrat, and it should be Montserrat black. Okay, so I'm going to just type in 0. Let me see. Okay, this is not giving me. So how about Arial black? Okay, so we have Arial black giving us the 0 we want. Okay, so this is Arial black and we are going to give it a very yellow color. So let me sample it from our church name. So this is our yellow color. You already have it in the description. You can just copy and paste it. Okay, so this is our yellow and I'm using a different font. This is the only font I'm going to just change. Okay, but the rest will be maintained. Okay, so I'm just going to increase it like this, just as you saw on the screen. Okay, something like this isn't bad. So from here we have our 1 on 1. So we are left with on 1. So we just create a rectangle right on top of your 0 layer like that, and then okay, this should load right about now. Okay, so I'm going to give it a very white color because black is going to make it not pop out nice. Okay, so I'm going to take my text to stop. Alright, let me type here and reduce the size to about. So we're not going to use Arial black again. We're just going to use our geometry 415 like that. So I'm going to type in on. So this is on, and this on should have a color like this, the deep color. Okay, so we already have it here. Let's just sample. You have it in your description, the details, sorry. So just hit OK when you are done and make sure the on is on top of the rectangle layer. Okay, and just send it there to the top like this. Make sure it is centered, reduce it a bit, and boom, you are good to go. Alright, so from here what we are going to do is to just highlight the whole of the 1 on 1 and bring it down a bit like this, and then take a rectangle to just click once and strike another rectangle like this on top. So this is going to have a very red like this, just red. This is the color code FF30. Okay, so you make sure you center it right within the NE. And you take I'm going to take my type tool and type V like this. Oops, it's having a deep color, so I'm going to type in this with a white color and reduce the size to about 25 like this. Okay, so from here I'm just going to increase my VA to about 600. Let's make it 600 fully like that, 600, and we are done. Alright, so I should have it looking like this. Okay, so you can highlight the two, which is the shape, together with the text, and just center them like this using this center and using this center, vertical and horizontal alignment. Okay, alright, so I'm going to then group the whole of this like that and name it 1 1. Okay, 1 1 like that. Okay, so we are left with another 1, which is going to be you already have the description, right? The details, okay, the details, sorry, you already have them. So I'm going to just change the font and go into my details and then just copy talk show. So talk show, and I'm going to just paste it. Okay, so this is our text show, and I'm going to reduce the size to about Control A to highlight all, and reduce the size to about 25. Then change the color to white. Okay, so we'll be looking at our reference image, okay, because we just can't create it or off head like that. Okay, so you increase the VA to about 300. Oops. Okay, to about 300 here like this. Okay, so these are VA. Okay, how about 200? 200 isn't bad, and make sure your text size, font size is at 20. Then you are done. Okay, make sure it is centered and you are good to go. Okay, so from here what we are going to do is to just type in our why this now 20. Okay, 20, so that it will be reduced, and we are going to take, we are not using Arial black, okay, so we're just going to bring in our chance. Okay, this is our chance, so we're going to first take something like this, copy. You already have them in your details, so you can download them if you haven't. So we're going to use this and just give it a white color. This is going to have a white color, and only the father is going to have this yellow color. Okay, like this. We already have them. Okay, so something like this, we are good to go. We just reduce the size. Okay, reduce the size like that, and increase it like that. Just as I'm doing. Okay, so from here what we are going to do is to take a rectangle to strike another rectangle like this, where we are going to type our chance. Okay, so we are going to just give it a very red color like that. Okay, so from here we are going to our description and highlight this chance. Okay, copy. Oops, Ctrl+Z to undo. Copy. Let me take my text tool and paste. I'm going to paste like that. Okay, because it is black, you're not seeing anything. Let me change the color to white like this. Okay, so I think the color was yellow, so let's go to our reference. Okay, it was white like that, reduce, and I'll take the font size to about 10. Oops, okay, 10 is so small, and let's increase it to about 13. So 13 you hit or take down like that to finish it up like that. Okay, so now we are left with our what we are left with is, okay, so I'm going to our time. Okay, so I'm going to just reduce this so that we can get enough space to put our time in there. Okay, so just like that. Okay, all right, so something like this isn't bad at all. Okay, so from here I'm just going to take a text tool and come inside your details. You have your time right here, and copy and then paste it right inside Photoshop like that. Okay, so your time should be looking something like this. Okay, and you make sure let's say you're going to omit or delete the PM for the meantime, and just increase the font size to about 20 points. Okay, 20 points. Take when you are done, and then just Ctrl plus T, and increase the size like this. Okay, so from here I am going to hold Alt and drag to the right, sorry, to make a duplicate, and Ctrl plus V to paste our PM. But the PM is going to have a yellow color. Let me sample this. So a yellow color like this, and then you hit or take down. When you're done, Ctrl plus T to free transform and increase the PM like this. Okay, so from here I'm going to just open. Okay, let me place embedded rather. Place embedded, this time, date and location. So okay, so this is our time, date and location like this. We have it right here. I'm going to open it in a new layer so that we can all see what we are working on. Okay, double click on this thumbnail here. Okay, this is what we have. So we are just going to take our lasso tool selection and make a selection. Ctrl plus X or come to edit and cut. Okay, so let's go inside here and then delete this one. Drag to the delete icon here and come to edit again. Paste Ctrl plus V. So I'm going to paste this right inside here. It's already having our yellow color, so we need not to waste much time. Reduce it to fit inside the time text. Okay, like this, and bring this right about inside. Increase it a bit and bring it inside like this. Okay, so you should have it looking like this. And let's go inside here, bring another one, which is the location. Okay, oops, so make sure you take your lasso tool. Okay, double click. This isn't part, sorry. So you take your lasso tool, Ctrl D to deselect, make it a selection, go to edit and then cut, and come here to edit again and paste like that. So this is our location icon, and we are going to just Ctrl plus Z to undo. Okay, so we are going to just reduce the size like this. Okay, so reducing the size isn't that difficult, and then you're just going to give it a very red color like this. So you're going to FX, you go to FX, take blending options and come to your color overlay. So color overlay, you're just going to take a very red color like this. Okay, hit OK when you are done, and just hold Alt and drag in with your scroll wheel on the mouse like that. And you're just going to take your I'm going to make a shadow. So how to make another shadow like this? So you take your ellipse tool and draw a very nice shape right under this icon. Okay, so it should have a very black color like this. So let me double click here and like this, so full zeros like that. Okay, and go to filter, blur and Gaussian blur like this. So you will ask this whether to convert to smart object, but I will choose to rasterize just to make my work go fast. So 7 pixels and we are done. So you should have it looking like this. Okay, so I'm just going to take my text tool and type in our location. So our location is right here in the description. In the description again, in the details. So copy and then paste it into Photoshop. Okay, so you have it like this, and just give it a very black color. Black, not all that black, but this color isn't not black like that. Okay, so you're just going to reduce it to about 12. Okay, let's say 11. Oops, increase it rather, 15. Okay, so 15 isn't bad. Then from here you're going to hold or click on the edge or any side of the knot and increase like that. Okay, so let me go to my characters and reduce this spread like this. Okay, you should have it looking like that. Then we have it looking like this. So this is our location, something like this. It's cool. So here I'm going to just group the time and the locations together and name it T and L, like that. So you come below the one-on-one layer and just let me place embedded this image lens flare. Okay, lens flare like this and like this. So you make sure it is below the one-on-one and make sure your blend mode is on the screen to have it appearing like that. So you just reduce the size and put it right below them like that. Okay, anywhere can be good, but just to put some strike in there. So you create a layer mask and take your brush tool like this and make sure your brush tool is about 340 size and hardness 0 and a soft brush like that. So you brush around the edges, okay, just to remove the sharp edges like that from there. Okay, you have it looking nice like this for you. This is our background. Let me close it. Okay, so we are done with our one-on-one. So what we are left with is our date. So you take your round triangle, a round rectangle too, okay, and just make a rectangle right on top here like this. Okay, so you're going to give it some spread, okay, round edge to about 70 pixels. Okay, so you make sure this is highlighted. Okay, this has not been highlighted so that it can link the whole of the four corners or sides. Okay, and we're going to give it a very white color like that. Okay, so white and move to the top like this. Then you're going to highlight, hold shift and stretch it inside like this. Okay, so what we're going to do next is to put in our date. So our date is in our details, so we have it right here. Ctrl+C to copy, or right click and then copy. So Ctrl+V to also paste, or right click and paste. Okay, so you have our date here. So what we are going to do is to bring it inside and increase it to about 20 points. Okay, for now. Then we are going to left align. Oops, this is right. So right align and increase our the spread to about 20 like this, and take down when you're done, and then go to your move tool, take your move tool and increase it like this. Just increase. Okay, so from here what we are going to do is to just go inside here, bring in the last icon. Okay, alright, so we just go to FX, go to blending option and take color overlay. You have already selected red, so we are done with the reds. Okay, alright, so from here we are just going to reduce the size. Let me zoom in and bring this slider up. Okay, arrange it right to the space available inside. Okay, like that, and you're good to go. So you should have it looking like this for you. Nice, easy peasy like this. So this is going to be our only date like this. Date. Okay, so from here you're going to the pastor's name. So you take an ellipse tool, create an ellipse, a very nice ellipse or circle. Okay, and then make sure you give it a white color like this, and position it right on top. From here I'm going to take my polygon tool, make sure I take sides of 3 because I want a triangle, and make a triangle that is pointing right at our pastor's head. Okay, like this. Position it inside and give it a very white color because we don't want it showing afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to select the two, right click and merge shapes so that they all become one. So right now I've created one shape like this. I can give it a different color. Okay, so let's see, just in case you are new to this. Okay, you can see that I've given it a different color. Cancel because we want our white. So I'll take my text tool and come inside my details and then take the name of the pastor right click and copy, and then come inside Photoshop, right click and then paste like that. So you're just going to then center everything, so just follow along like that. Okay, so from here everything should be centered like this, and reduce the size to about 15 points for now, and the spread should be at something like this. Oops, okay, all right, so 14.72, all right, something like that. Okay, so from here I'm just going to highlight the width and give it a brush script. Okay, brush script like this font, a brush script font like that. Okay, and give it a red color. Okay, something like this, and increase the size. Just, it is still part of the text, but I'm just making the changes because I have highlighted it so that it will be edited separately. Okay, like this. So all right guys, I think this is it. So let's go to our reference image and let's see what we haven't added. So here we are left with our shine strike, light strike. Okay, you go to edit a file and place embedded, and make sure you take this light strike PNG. Okay, place embedded, and you have it like this. Okay, so you're going to position it right on top like this, increase it, make a duplicate, Ctrl+J, or drag into this icon to make a duplicate. So from here you can then enlarge it, Ctrl+T, or just click at the node, open Ctrl+T, which is a free transform, and position it anywhere you wish to put the strike. Okay, so take, okay, when you are done, from here you can rasterize it and take your eraser tool. Okay, so after taking your eraser tool, you just erase the part that is crossing the body of your pasta. Okay, so something like this isn't bad. You can duplicate it and spread it all over your image or your work. No one will arrest you. Okay guys, so welcome to the end of this tutorial. So please, if this video has been helpful to you in any way, kindly like and subscribe. I would really want to use this opportunity to thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Okay, I really appreciate your presence here. Okay guys, kindly like and subscribe to keep the family going. God bless you. I love you. Bye.